This is a quick reminder to get your foot soak ready. A dishpan with lukewarm water and a handful of salt, towel and rinse water. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 16 of our 21-day Sahaja Yoga meditation online course. My name is Shivalika. I'm going to be your MC today. I'm joining you all from northern New Jersey. Originally, I'm from India, and I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga from the time I was born. So almost 25, 26 years now. And I love and I'm thankful for every bit of it. I hope so far you are all enjoying it as well. So if you have missed any classes or are joining for the first time today, you are new here, so you don't have to worry at all. All of these classes are live streamed on YouTube and you can watch them anytime. So no worries, you can always catch up. And Sahaja Yoga is always free. You can, you have your access to the recordings. If you want, you can have a mentor for one-on-one help after class in breakout room. And if you have not been assigned with a mentor, then you can fill out the mentor form in the chat. You can also write your questions, your queries, if you have any doubts, your experience in the chat, and you'll get your answers by a Sahaja Yoga teacher. So yesterday, we learned about Vishuddhi Chakra, which is our fifth chakra, and we learned that how to watch without reacting. Today, we are going to learn about the Agnya Chakra and about the forgiveness. So today we are going to have one guided meditation with foot soak, and then the video of Shri Mataji, who is the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And the second half of the program is an interactive workshop today in breakout rooms. So that is for today. And I would really like to invite our presenter, Mark, from Seattle today. Mark, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you for that introduction, Shivalika. So my name is Mark. I received my self-realization in Seattle in 1992 when Shri Mataji came and did a public program there. And I've been thoroughly enjoying it ever since. And I hope you also are enjoying these programs tonight.
Thank you. We are looking forward to having this session with you today. So over to you now, Mark.
Thank you, Shivalika. Okay, so everybody hopefully has their foot soak, and let's go ahead and get started with that meditation. But before we put our feet in the foot soak, let's go ahead and raise our Kundalini and do the Bandhan. And if this is your first night, then you can just follow along as best you can. It's not a problem. So we're going to take our left hand up and go forward and over our left hand. Bring it to the top and tie a knot. We're going to repeat that again. And on the second time, we're going to tie 2 knots. And then one last and third time, go up and we're going to tie 3 knots. So that is how we raise our Kundalini energy. And now we're going to do what we call a Bandhan, where we're going to take this energy that we raised and we're going to circulate it around our body. So we're going to take this and do this Bandhan 7 times. So that's our second time. So we're going to go over the top of our head to our hip, back over again. That's a single time. So that's our third time. And we go 4. And 5. And 6. And then the final and 7th time. Okay. So now that we've raised this energy about us, now we're going to take that energy and we want to offer some to our foot soak bucket. So we're going to move our hand in a clockwise direction over the foot soak bucket. So let's do that like 7 times or so. It doesn't have to be exact. Offer some of this vibrations from the Kundalini to the water. Okay. And put our feet into the water. And now let's just sit quietly for a few moments here. We can take a few deep breaths to settle in our heart chakra. We go and put our hand here, and let's take in a deep breath through the nose, slowly. Out through the mouth, slowly. Pause. Inhale again. Pause. And let's do that a couple of more times. Now we can take the hand at the base of our spine, and we're going to bring it up our center channel just a few inches off of our body, and come up and just gently touch the top of our head. Bring our hand back around in front of us, and we'll do this a few times. I like to do this after I've been working on a chakra. It's nice to bring that Kundalini with our attention back up through the subtle system that we just worked on. We'll be doing this tonight. Okay, so let's just close our eyes and just settle in with our attention at the top or just above the top of our head for a few moments. Okay, so we're going to continue our meditation. We're going to work on a few clearing techniques for the Agnya Chakra, which is here in the middle of our forehead. So now if we could bring up the slide on the Agnya Chakra. And you'll see on the diagram, it's the 6th center there. And you notice it's placed just above that is the ego and the superego on the left and the right sides of the head. Okay, and so the innate qualities here, they're listed here, but we really want to go beyond the ego and superego. And as you can see in the chart, we really have to, because beyond that Agnya Chakra, we have to have our ego and our superego in a relaxed state in order to reach the 7th chakra, the Sahasrara chakra, where Kundalini connects us into that divine, all-pervading power, that collective consciousness. We're going to go through a technique later towards the end. We'll show some ways we can reduce the pressure of our ego and superego. So one of the big challenges with our ego is not reacting. It's been 30 years for me, and I still find myself reacting. But I can say what's different is even in these moments when I do have a reaction from my ego, I find that, within minutes, I realize the futility of using my ego to work out problems or that reaction. But sometimes family members and friends have a way of lighting that short fuse, if you will. But the main thing is that we have in Sahaja Yoga ways to deal with that. We can, try and get back into that mental silence, which is that witness state that we've been talking about. And if we are in that state, we won't react. And it's amazing that the times where I've experienced that, it's like we become a mirror for others to see themselves when we don't react. And when we're in that state, of that mental silence, like after our meditation, and we should encounter some attack on our ego or whatever, and we can become that mirror for others. And really, we need to resist the temptation to criticize others and focus on ourselves and introspect. And as this Kundalini energy starts coming up through our Agnya Chakra, we're going to start seeing ourselves in a way that others see us, which can be painful at times, but also it helps to keep us humble and compassionate towards others when we see our own faults. Not that we have to feel guilty, we just face them and we can move on. And so this is some things that we can practice. And again, even if we should have a reaction, just let it go. It doesn't matter. We can just, if the thoughts come, we don't need to worry about it. We're just going to try and expand the space between the thoughts and try and feel the qualities, not just mentally conceive them, but go beyond our mind and feel the qualities. And when the Kundalini comes up, we become those qualities. Okay, can take down the slide. Thank you. So when I work on my Agnya Chakra, I wear glasses, and I find it's a little bit easier to take them off. So if it doesn't hurt your eyesight too much, I'd recommend doing that. And one of the things that we've learned so far is to place our hand, so the center of our palm is right on the center of our forehead, and to push in a little bit. And sometimes we can get a constriction on the back of the Agnya. And if we feel that pressure, but only if we feel that pressure, we can put the center of our palm in the back and we can push in from the front and the back. And this is one way that we can work on that from the back and the front. One of the things that works for me, and again, part of becoming your own guru is we're going to show you a couple different ways to work on this chakra. One of my favorite ways is to take the ring finger, this Agnya finger, and place it there and press in and massage this chakra. Somehow this works better for me than putting my whole hand there, but you can experiment and see what works best for you. Okay, so now after I work on a chakra, I'd like to go back and raise my Kundalini again. Because a lot of times I find that I'm kind of loosening up any constrictions, but when I go back and raise my Kundalini again, then I really feel it break through. And you can try and see if that works for you. Okay, so we're going to have some moments of silence. And what I'd like you to do is to use one of those demonstrated techniques to work on this chakra. See if we can get it to relax. And we'll just have some moments of silence while we do this. The thoughts come, it's okay, don't fight them. Just witness them, try and increase the space between them, but don't fight it, just let them come. And now we can open our eyes. One of the things that one of the element that's associated with the Agnya Chakra is the candle. So if you have a candle in preparation for the breakout rooms that are going to be happening later, you can go ahead and grab it, light it. If you don't have one now, that's okay. So in this technique, we put the candle up, and then so we can look at the bindi on Shri Mataji's forehead through the candle. So we look through the candle onto Shri Mataji's bindi. This bindi is made from kumkum and has a cooling effect. And also some cultures wear this as a form of protection to help protect negative energy, negative attention from entering this Agnya Chakra. Okay, but for now, we're going to use the candle. The light is purified light. It's hot like fire, but it's purified light. And this is the element associated with the Agnya Chakra. So if you don't have a candle, just look directly at Shri Mataji's bindi in the photograph on the screen. Okay, now we can put the candle down if we have one. And again, that's after we've worked on this chakra, let's raise that energy up through the Agnya Chakra and gently touch the top of our head. And let's just do this a few times. Put our hands down and let's again take a few moments of silence with our attention at the top or just above the top of our head. Okay, since the ego and the superego are sort of related and can press in on the Agnya Chakra, we're going to see if we can help reduce some of that pressure. So we're going to put our left hand above our left ear. That's the ego, because ego comes up right side, crosses over to the left. And then we're going to take our right hand and put it above our right ear, which is where the superego comes up to the left channel, crosses at the Agnya Chakra. And we're just going to do a very simple mantra, the Om mantra. And I believe this has been introduced, but just for the review, it's A, U, and Ma. That represents the left, the right, and the center channel. This is a very auspicious sound in that this was the first sound made in the universe. The scientists, astrophysicists call it the Big Bang. So that's why it's an auspicious thing to say. So we're going to say this mantra a few times. And it's A, U, and Ma. I'll say it first, and then you can join with me. Join with me. On our hands. Just raise our Kundalini up. Couple of times. And see if we feel a little bit lighter with the Agnya Chakra. You can check and see if we feel anything. If you don't, some people don't. Some people rarely, if ever, feel anything at the top of their head. I mean, I feel a sensation at my sahasrara, kind of like a spinning motion. Some people just feel peaceful. It doesn't matter. As long as we can slow down these thoughts, clear a path for the Kundalini, she'll do all the rest. Okay, and finally, one last technique that I find that helps not just clearing out the ego and the superego, but just our whole left and right channel. So we can take our right hand and put it on the left side, left hand on the right side, and we're going to cross at the Agnya, come down our left and right channel, and push into the foot soak bucket. So let's do this a few times. Cross and push down. So we're bringing our ego and our superego down through their respective channels into the foot soak. Okay, let's take a few more moments. Enjoy the clearing that's taken place. Let a few moments of silence. Okay, hopefully everyone's feeling well. Let's go ahead and conclude our meditation and our foot soak. Let's go ahead and rinse our feet, rinse and dry our feet. We can just put our foot soak bucket aside for now. And let's just take another moment or two to keep ourselves in that meditative state before we watch Shri Mataji's talk video. So we'll just take a moment or two and then you can bring on the video.
In the West, we have become very speedy, no doubt. And to bring down this speed, we have to use meditative process that we feel our peace within ourselves. Also, the thoughts are bombarding our minds, and we react very fast to others and to these thoughts. So one has to be aware. One has to be knowing what is happening within yourself. That the thoughts are bombarding you. You are trying to ascend and you find it very difficult to get rid of the thoughts. The thought process can start by your conditioning or by your ego. Only two problems. And you are the one who is under the challenge. So you have got these simple people in the village who start watching everything, but they do not react. If you do not react, then your thoughts will give up. So the first thing should be to watch yourself that you are not reacting, but you are experiencing and enjoying the silence, the subtleties, the beauty, the glory of your being as well as whatever is around. You don't have to force yourself to break this habit. But just to be on the watch out. It's not necessary to talk too much about it also. Nor it is necessary to think about anything. Because supposing you see a tree, so it's a tree only. What are we going to think about it? And whatever we may think about it, it's going to be the tree. So there's no harm in appearing a little bit stupid, doesn't matter. But this is the basic thing, is that when we start analyzing, we are breaking our own nerves and poisoning our own mind and brain. So to watch something without analysis, without thinking about it, is reality. If you can achieve that point where you watch everything without reacting, you are in reality. And then only the penetration into the subtleties of your surroundings, of your relationships, your friendships, the whole universe dawns upon you. So to judge others, to think of others, what they are doing, what's wrong with them, about anything whatsoever you may think is wrong, is not going to be corrected. Like I know some people who are especially bureaucrats, they are traveling, supposing by the car. Then they will say, I think, you see, this road should have gone this way. Or I think it would have been nice if this house was facing the other way. But it's not, see. It is not going to face. It is going to be the way it is. So what is the use of wasting your brain, your mind, your thought in suggesting something which doesn't work out? And never going to work out either. So when we start like, I think these trees should have been little taller, but they are not. I think that the crows should stop their noise. They will not. So just accept it. Acceptance is the way we are going to enjoy. But acceptance doesn't mean tolerance, because tolerance means you have to work very hard to accept that the trees are of the same height. They can't grow. It's too much for you. When you say, I have to tolerate it, you see, because my mind doesn't accept. So, acceptance as it is, whatever you see, acceptance. And that is how people grow, I have seen, those who start accepting. That's the sign. That's the sign of their strength and their depth, like the propensity of this Mother Earth. She is what she is. and she bears whatever is there. If you put a heavy thing on her, she'll put equal and opposite force and bear it. She doesn't say, I'm tolerating it, I'm exerting any pressure. But she's just accepting. So the witnessing and awareness develops when we start just accepting things as they are. I think doesn't work out. I think it would have been better like this, doesn't work out.
We can be in silence for some time. We can accept the love of our Mother Kundalini and enjoy the silence. So we have few announcements for you all. So tomorrow we are going to learn about the last energy center, which is Sahasrara, and we can learn about the integration and oneness with the whole cosmos. So that's about tomorrow. Now, let me tell you about the resources. You can always request a mentor in the chat. And if you have not joined our WhatsApp group yet, you are most welcome to join our community. The WhatsApp group link is on the website, also in the chat. So you have all the updates about our classes and much more. Our course website is also there in the chat. The link to the website is there. So you have access to all the recordings, handouts for each class or session. You can also share this with your friends and family. So today we would like for you all to go in the breakout room where you are one-on-one with an experienced Sahaja Yoga teacher. So today is an interactive workshop to meet one-on-one with or in a small group with an experienced Sahaja Yoga teacher. You can ask your questions, you can share your experiences, or you can get work done by them. So we would really love for you all to have this experience today. Meantime, while you are sent to the breakout rooms, we are going to put on music so you can stay in meditation. It might take a few more minutes to be sent to a breakout room for you, so you can enjoy the silence and this peace within with the music on. And I really hope that you enjoy the rest of our program. Thank you, everyone.